Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video now on drawing up our spindle. So spindle, fairly simple shape. If we have a look here, basically we've just got 3 different size cylinders with a hole through it and a thread, and the thread is represented here by the symbol here M12, so it's a metric 12 thread. Now I'm just going to get started and start drawing this up. When I do it, however, there's 2 ways I could do it. So we could revolve it, or we could just start extruding cylinders, and I think that's probably going to be the easiest one and the quickest way to do it here. I'm going to start with the big end here of the spindle, and once again I'm going to try and open up Inventor and have my screen split 50-50, because that worked quite well the other day. So I'm not sure what's happening at the moment. I'm on a sketch of some sort, but what I'm going to do, just to make sure, I'm going to start a new sheet, and I'll go standard MM, and I'm going to start a 2D sketch on that same plane. Now if I click on circle, I'll start it in the very center there, and some drawings that's not important. I'm trying to get you guys to always click on that center circle. This drawing is super important, and you'll see why when it comes time to put that hole in. So let's have a look here. We need our circle to be a diameter 20. Type in 20 as our first circle. Finish sketch. I'm then going to go extrude, and I need to extrude it 22 mil. So 22, enter. And I'm just going to select this next surface here. 2 ways I can do this: create sketch or go up there. I might use the shortcut now. I'm going to need another circle. Left clicking to select in the center there. Now when we look at this one here, easiest thing to do would be to go M12. Okay, I need a 12 mil diameter circle. Finish sketch, and then clicking on extrude. This one here is going to be 96 long, and I'll click enter. With that 96, some guys are getting confused because there is a 3 mil setback for the thread. I'll show you how to create that 3 mil when it comes time to put the thread in place. I've just got one more to do now, and that would be to select this top surface, new sketch, circle, clicking here, and the size for this one, I might have to actually move this drawing, is 6 mil by the look of it. So we've got 6 mil diameter there. This center drill, I'll show you how to do that also in a second. So let's start with this one first. 6 millimeters, click enter, finish sketch. I'm now going to extrude that one 12 mil, and I'll press enter. So zooming out, looking at our spindle, it's starting to look pretty cool now. So a couple of things I can do. I'll put this chamfer on. Now I'll do that by, see my tool panel here has gone a little bit funny. I think it's because I've got the screen split in half to fit both in one place. I don't really need this anymore. I know there's a center drill there, and it's a 2x45 chamfer with a 5.5 mil hole there, so I'll see if I can remember those. This should view a bit easier on your screen. So first things first, let's do this chamfer. Chamfer, it's going to be 2 mil. I've got equal distance either side, so that will give me a 45, and I'll click OK. Yours might not default to 2 mil. Mine probably defaulted to 2 mil because I did this demo in class the other day. So the next thing I'm going to need to do is, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, to put this hole in here for our handle, we're going to need to go back through here and have a look at our different planes. What I'm chasing is, I'm chasing a plane that will cut through there and give me a sheet to draw on. So if I select that YZ plane there, I'll select it. There's an icon here for create sketch, or I could click that button there. I'm clicking it, and the other thing I'm going to do, which will help me view where this circle is going to be, is I'm going to go to View, Visual Style, Wireframe. So lots of different things to click on here. So if you're trying to do this at home, best thing to do would be to pause the video and just go step by step, guys. I'm going to go back to my model. I think I'm in a sketch at the moment, so I'll go sketch, sorry, circle. Now along that line, text message, 5.5 was my diameter. However, I forgot to remember what that one there was. I don't think I even looked at it. If we have a look, it's in the middle, so 11. So I can either go 11 from there to there, or from that surface, doesn't matter. And I'll do that by going Dimension, click a surface, click the center there, and I'll just type in 11 and enter. Now that I've gone Finish Sketch, when I do my extrude, you probably may have never used this function before of extrude, but I'll show you. So there's extrude. I'm going to select here where it's going to go both ways, and the distance will make it all. We need it to be subtracting. So I'm going to cut all of it, and I'm going to go side by side, click OK. Doesn't look like much now because I'm still in wireframe. To get out of wireframe, I go View, Visual Style, Realistic. And if you didn't remember from the last video, I'm holding down the middle mouse wheel to move left and right, holding Shift key down and the middle mouse wheel down, moving my mouse to check that my extrusion worked out the way I wanted it. Just check how my video length is going here. 7 minutes, yep, sweet. So, couple of things I can do now. What I might do is I might finish off this thread. So, the other day my computer had a little meltdown when I tried this, because it is a big task. We'll see how we go. If you select the surface, then click on thread, what's it going to do? It's probably going to think about it for a while. Yep. It's having another little wig out. So, if my machine's doing it, your machine might do it as well. Last time I just waited a little bit and it was able to do it. There you go. Now, hopefully it figures this out soon, because I have already selected the surface. Yeah, it's still thinking. So I think because it's such a hard thing for it to do visually, it sometimes takes a little bit. Plus, my computer is trying to record this video. Here we go. So, it's got it on there for me now. Metric profile, 12 by 1.75. Let's go 12 by 1.5. I think that's standard. I'll double check. Not too worried really with this, as long as we use the same thread in the jaw body when we draw that. Now the thing we need to do is, remember that 3mm setback. So to get that, I go along to here, and instead of going full length, I'm going to make the length, well, it's going to be 96 minus 3, so it's going to be 93. And it's done it correctly for me. If you ever did this and it was putting the 3mm up this end, there'd probably be a way to do it. You would change the offset, I imagine, and it would shoot it back the other way. Click OK. My thread's now in place. Now this next one, I haven't done this for a long time, so hopefully it works. I'm going to select this face. I'm going to start a new sketch, and I'm going to put a point in place. So I'll just put a point there. And I'm going to finish sketch. Now it doesn't look like much, but I've put that little point there. So now I should be able to go whole, and already it's picked up the last point that I put in. If it didn't, you would just go and select that center there. So I've got a heap of different choices here. What I'm looking for is something that represents a center drill. So those of you guys doing shop B at the moment, you would have used a lathe before, and we do that center drill. So we've got a countersunk there, and it'd just be a matter of selecting the right one. So what I might do, instead of boring you, I'm going to pause this video and have a play around, and I'll get back to you. Rightio. So guys, with that hole, what I found was we look at our drill point, make sure it goes to a tip. We're not too worried about the degrees for now. If we wanted to get right into it, we could research exactly what the center drill looks like, but we'll just get a rough representation for now. So click on here so you get a countersunk. The thing that we had to change was, before it said through or to, let's go distance, and I just went 4 mil at the top, 2 mil for our depth, and 2 mil in diameter. Click OK, and I've got a very nice center drill there for my spindle. I'm going to save this now, and when I do, make sure you save it in the same folder you're saving all your other parts for the G-clamp. That way your computer will be able to find them very easy when it comes to doing an assembly. Hopefully that helps. Thanks guys.